So I told the people at the CIA, I said, for God's sakes, let's try to get an ID on this guy. You know, I don't care. Put a telescope on a mountain, put cameras on the wall, do something. We need to get an ID because it could be bin Laden. They said, the walls are there. We can't get a good angle on this. I said, look, I've seen movies where the CIA can do this. They weren't able to do it. I said, well, at least tell me how tall he is. Because, bin Laden was 6'4". Tell me from the shadows, you can obviously give me an estimate. And they finally came back and said that he's somewhere between 5'8" and 6'5". So that didn't do much good either. We continued to do surveillance. We continued to gather intelligence. And we put bits and pieces together. And in my mind, it did indicate that there was a good chance bin Laden was there. But we never had 100% identity. And so eventually, because we were concerned that it was going to leak at some point, that that we were looking at this compound in Abbottabad, we determined that we had to figure out what kind of operation we would do to go after the compound. And we looked at 3 options at the time. I sat down with Bill McCraven and basically said, Bill, give me some options here for an operation. Well, the first one was just to blow the hell out of the place with a B-2 bomber, which is not a bad idea. It was just, it was kind of clean, and, you get rid of the guy that way. But the problem was the amount of ordnance they would need to blow this place up would level several villages around the area. So we decided not to do that. There was also talk about using a drone. But the problem with the drone is that we would not know whether it was bin Laden, and also the drones fires, the hellfire, sometimes they hit and sometimes they don't. I mean, I can't tell you how proud I am of the SEALs and the way they conducted that operation and were able to get it done. And I thought it sent a very clear message to the world that the United States, anybody who attacks the United States of America is not going to get away with it. And I thought that was an important message to send the world. It could have blown up. We could have had a terrible operation in which we got into a shooting war with Pakistanis. But that did not happen. And it was successful. And I think it's a very important message to send people who get involved in leadership positions that if you're going to be a leader, you're going to have to take risks. Yep. Even if, listen, commanders in the military understand what risks are all about. And you take risks. You're not stupid about it, but you take risks because in the end, that's the way you get things done.
Yeah.